Hey everyone, Brian Coleman here with Main Street Home Loans, and this is 3 Minutes or Less. Hey everyone, welcome to 3 Minutes or Less. This is Brian Coleman with Main Street Home Loans, and joining me is the one and only Mr. Joe Sacchetti from Shore Sales Group. Honored to have you here today, Joe, and thanks for joining us.
Very excited. This is the hot seat.
So I love it. You're in the hot seat today.
And to be invited. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Well, we're all excited to hear the information we're going to talk about today, and thanks for being here. You ready to get rocking?
I sure am.
Let's do it, buddy.
Let's jam.
All right, get that clock started right away. All right, you are a staple name and have been a staple name in real estate in Baltimore for just a couple minutes there, Joe. That's a joke, obviously. Let's do a little blast from the past of how you got into real estate, why you chose this path, and how that's bloomed.
Been in real estate since I was a baby, about a quarter century now. I did do a quick blip in the corporate sector, got some accolades there, but realized it was going to be a bit of a long journey with a glass ceiling. So came out to Baltimore, saw a couple pals that were getting into real estate, doing their dance, and I really found it an interesting business. So I jumped right in.
That's awesome. Yep. And haven't looked back since.
Have not.
That's awesome. Fantastic. Obviously, with that said, the real estate industry has changed dramatically since you started. I mean dramatically, right? Technology, social media, video, all these things that people have access to now. How is that trend working now, and how do you see that working in the future?
Well, I think the trend of technology certainly has made this like worldwide realtor kind of image.
Right.
And ultimately, I think the trend's going to be to get more localized than ever. I think you need to be hyper localized as a real estate agent, so much so that my clientele should be calling me asking what they should be doing for dinner, where they should be going when their family comes into town to visit.
Right.
You know, be hyper localized is going to be really important. I think the consumer is going to be demanding as much from you as possible, and you need to outwin that. So if you're saying, hey, I'm selling real estate over in Malibu, but I'm in downtown Baltimore, I don't think that's going to jive. And I don't think it necessarily jived for me as a consumer, but ultimately we've had a lot of sales agents that have been trying to promote that elsewhere.
Yeah.
So I think the new trend of lead generation comes from where you are locally.
Right.
How intricate you can be localized to service your people locally.
Right. And then the whole aspect of like, you're a realtor for life too, right? Like just because you're not selling your house today doesn't mean they should be calling Joe to check in to see about values or check in for different options or down the road or futures.
100%, I'm here for that.
And just like you go see a doctor, right? Every once a year, or you go see
I'm
your
a
dentist
doctor.
once a year, right? You're the doctor. Well, we should be the real estate doctors.
Indeed.
Right? Awesome.
Yeah, that'd be outstanding.
I love it. This is a tough question. I'm gonna throw it at you anyway. All the talks about the future industry changes in real estate between NAR, boards, agencies, things like that. What are you expecting to see? What is your thought on that? And what do you see in the next 2, 3, 4 years?
A lot of talk, some concerns from the field. I think ultimately it's going to be a long process to see any real changes. I think brokerage is going to be a bit more mindful about who they work with from the agency side, so that's something to be cautious of. If you're an agent out there just floating, it might be something to recognize that it's just going to not be the industry for you.
Right.
But I think going back to that service and care, that's where we'll see ourselves.
Yeah.
Is that if you're that agent that's been doing it great the whole time, wherever this market's going to change, you'll still be shining.
Got it.
I've seen the titans of the industry since I was a kid getting into the game. They're still here, and that's because they've been providing great customer service the whole way through, not because they've been jumping on this technology scene.
Right. Just superior customer service.
Indeed.
Just like you expect when you go to the Four Seasons or the white glove service you get anywhere else, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
I'll see you there.
All right, I'll be there.
At that Four Seasons pool, I see you there.
And you know I'll be serving for you.
Yeah.
We are in overtime, which is totally cool.
Of
all right, I
course.
got one more question, then we're going to do some fun stuff.
All right,
You are all Baltimore, man. Go Orioles, go Ravens, go everything Baltimore, right?
times.
Born and raised. 30 seconds or less, let's talk about the Sacchetti squad. What's going on with you and the kids and the family?
Got a wife, got some teenage daughters,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're just working all the beats of downtown Baltimore. We got concrete in the blood, and doing the restaurant scene quite a bit, getting out to the arts, the sports, of course. This is a wonderful year for us as we go on to the Super Bowl. The Orioles were outstanding. So we're downtown for the long haul. We're going to keep promoting our city. We think that there's a big renaissance ahead as well, so I call ourselves living in the Diamond District.
I love it, man.
Yeah, so it's going to be
so awesome. I love to hear that. The great news about Baltimore and having someone that's been there so long and loving it still. It's so great.
Yeah.
It's a great city because, you know, sometimes we get that recognition of something different, and in my opinion, that's just wrong.
Hey,
So
sing it.
Hey, all right, lightning round time. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, my first fun questions at you. Here we go. What is your favorite Be More tradition or happening?
I love the Hamden Mayor's Parade.
Okay.
That's a great time.
Awesome.
You know, the kids really jump into that all the way up to the adults getting at it, and it just seems to amaze me how interesting and unique Baltimore is, and then to see it exemplified at the parade during the holiday time is just great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, blast from the past a little bit. First musical tape, CD, or record, and who was it? What artist?
Hip hop to the
Hip-hop.
to the bone.
I love
it. If it's not Wu-Tang, it's Run DMC. Back then, as a kid, getting those cassette tapes, Beastie Boys.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Somehow I found my way into the Grateful Dead and did a big long run with that. But,
We all flip around a little bit, don't we?
but you'll find me driving around here in some hip hop coming out of my car.
Heck
for
yeah,
sure.
dude. That's the best, man. All right, cool. Who was your first idol, and who's that idol today?
My grandparents came in on a boat from Italy.
Oh, wow.
So got a lot of understanding of hard work from an immigrant family. I would absolutely say my grandfather and my grandmother and their work ethic to bring up, buying a home, educating kids. So absolutely an idol. To this day, I still look at my father as a warrior. Taught me a lot of really good stuff about caring for people, and
That's awesome.
he's a living idol.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Nothing better than family, right?
Indeed.
100%. All right, cool. Two more, and we'll get you out of here. I know you're an OCMD guy, right? Like myself, we go down to quite a bit.
I dig the beach.
I love the beach. What is your favorite restaurant or hangout down there? A couple of them, maybe.
Well, as a city boy going out to a home at the beach, I have a boat, and I can take the boat out to
Sweet.
a restaurant from time to time. I like that Fishtails.
Fishtails is great.
Yeah, go on in there and show my kids how I can park a boat.
Sometimes, right?
Sort of wild, yeah, sometimes. But
Depending on the wind.
I dig the scene there.
Awesome. Fantastic. Last question for you. What is your spirit animal?
Spirit animal for me, take the lion.
Lion.
I'm just running through the jungle and trying to take care of everybody around you.
Take care of everybody around you, feed everybody, make sure everybody's taken care of, and protect everybody, right?
I take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah, that's a big one right there. Look at that. You spun that right around.
See what I did right there?
I see exactly what you did there. Thanks for being here today, man. I really appreciate
You're the
it.
man.
You're the man. Awesome. Thanks for joining us today on 3 Minutes or Less, guys. We'll see you next time.